You wake up in the morning, and before you even get out of bed, you already feel it. Your legs feel heavy, your ankles look puffy, your knees feel stiff, like someone tightened a bolt overnight. You try to stand, and there is that familiar ache again. Most people just accept this. They call it aging, they call it normal. But here is what nobody is telling you. This is not normal, and it is not something you have to live with. What you are experiencing has a very specific cause. It is not just time passing. It is not just your body getting old. There are two very real, very measurable things happening inside your body right now that are driving every bit of that swelling, stiffness, and weakness. The first is a serious imbalance between potassium and sodium in your body. The second is a dramatic collapse in your collagen levels. Once you understand these two things, everything changes. Your body holds onto fluid when the balance between potassium and sodium tips in the wrong direction. When sodium is too high and potassium is too low, your body panics. It starts retaining water in your tissues, especially in your legs and ankles. That retained water is what causes that swollen, heavy, uncomfortable feeling you wake up with every single day. It presses on your nerves. It slows your circulation. It makes every step feel harder than it should. The collagen problem is just as serious. After the age of 60, your body loses collagen at a speed that most people do not realize. Collagen is the structural protein that holds your joints together, keeps your tendons flexible, supports your cartilage, and even helps your blood vessels stay strong and elastic. When collagen drops, your joints lose their cushioning, your skin loses its firmness, your legs lose their strength. These are not separate problems. They are the same problem, happening at the same time, making each other worse. Now here is the part that might surprise you. Most people in this situation reach for supplements. They spend money on potassium pills, collagen powders, and anti-inflammatory capsules. And while those products are not necessarily harmful, they are not giving your body what it actually needs. Supplements are isolated compounds. Real food comes with enzymes, cofactors, and nutrients that help your body absorb and use everything properly. Real food works in a way no capsule can fully replicate. What you are about to learn are the exact foods, 8 for potassium and fluid balance, 8 for collagen rebuilding, that can genuinely change how your legs feel, how your joints move, and how your body functions every single day. Starting with the first food, and this one surprises almost everyone because most people do not think of it this way. Avocado is one of the most powerful foods you can eat for reducing swelling in your legs and joints. One single avocado contains around 975 milligrams of potassium. That is nearly double what a banana provides. And yet nobody talks about avocado for potassium. It also contains magnesium, which works alongside potassium to regulate fluid inside and outside your cells. Together, these two minerals act like a drainage system for your tissues. The healthy fats in avocado do something important, too. They help your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients that would otherwise pass right through you. When you eat avocado regularly, your body gets better at maintaining the fluid balance that prevents that overnight puffiness and that stubborn ankle swelling. Research looking at older adults who increased their avocado intake found noticeable reductions in joint swelling and improvements in muscle function within just a few weeks. The best way to eat it is to pair it with other potassium-rich foods like spinach, beans, or seeds. You are building layers of support with every meal. Now, spinach seems obvious, but most people are eating it in a way that gives them almost none of the benefit. Raw spinach contains compounds called oxalates that actually block your body from absorbing the potassium inside it. You eat a big raw spinach salad thinking you are doing something great, but your body is barely absorbing the minerals you came for. The solution is simple: steam it. Just a few minutes of steaming breaks down those oxalates completely. Cooked spinach delivers around 840 milligrams of potassium per cup. It improves circulation, supports muscle contraction, and helps your blood vessels stay relaxed and open. For people over 60, circulation in the legs is one of the biggest contributors to swelling and stiffness. When your blood moves freely and your vessels are not constricted, fluid does not pool in your lower legs and ankles. Studies in older populations showed that regular cooked spinach consumption improved both nutrient absorption and swelling markers significantly. Steam it, drizzle a little olive oil on it, add a squeeze of lemon, and you have one of the most powerful side dishes for your joints and your legs. The third food is one you might not have considered as a serious health tool. Coconut water is not just a trendy drink. It is a fast-absorbing, natural source of electrolytes that your body can use almost immediately. 1 cup of unsweetened coconut water contains around 600 milligrams of potassium, along with natural sugars, magnesium, and sodium in ratios that actually mirror what your blood needs. This is why it works so much faster than eating a piece of fruit. When you drink coconut water in the morning, particularly if you have been experiencing overnight swelling, it helps your body rebalance fluid levels within hours. The potassium signals your kidneys to release excess sodium through urine, and as the sodium goes, the retained fluid follows. Many older adults report that their morning puffiness noticeably decreases when they replace their first drink of the day with coconut water. Always choose the unsweetened version. Adding a small pinch of sea salt actually enhances the electrolyte effect, giving your body the complete mineral profile it needs to move fluid properly. White beans deserve far more attention than they receive. Per cup, white beans contain around 1,180 milligrams of potassium, which places them at the top of almost any food list for this mineral. But what makes white beans especially valuable for older adults is the way their nutrients are released. Unlike fast-absorbing fruits or drinks, white beans release their potassium slowly and steadily throughout digestion. This means your fluid balance stays stable for hours rather than spiking and dropping. The slow release effect is particularly important for people who experience swelling that builds throughout the day, getting worse by the afternoon and evening. White beans address that pattern directly by keeping potassium levels consistent. A study following older adults who added white beans to their diet twice a week showed noticeable reduction in leg swelling and heaviness within just 2 weeks. Cook them from dried beans whenever possible. Canned beans often carry a sodium load that works directly against the potassium benefit you're trying to get. Watermelon sounds too simple to be taken seriously, but do not underestimate it. Watermelon is 90% water, which means eating it gives your body deep cellular hydration that plain drinking water sometimes cannot achieve as efficiently. It also contains a meaningful amount of potassium and something called citrulline, an amino acid that your body converts into arginine, which then signals your blood vessels to relax and widen. That widening improves blood flow directly, especially in the legs. When circulation improves and your blood vessels are more relaxed, fluid stops pooling in your tissues. Studies in older adults showed that regular watermelon consumption led to both lower blood pressure and measurable reduction in peripheral swelling. One important tip: do not eat watermelon alone on an empty stomach if you have blood sugar concerns. Pair it with a small amount of protein or healthy fat to slow the sugar absorption while keeping all the circulatory benefits. And do not throw away the rind. The white part of the rind contains the highest concentration of citrulline in the entire fruit. Celery is the 6th food, and it works through a completely different mechanism than the others. Most people think of celery as mostly water with little nutritional value. That is completely wrong. Celery contains compounds called phthalides that have a direct effect on the muscles surrounding your blood vessels. These compounds cause those muscles to relax, which allows your blood vessels to open wider and blood to flow more freely. It also contains potassium and acts as a gentle, natural diuretic. The combination of improved circulation and increased fluid excretion means that swelling in the legs and ankles responds to celery relatively quickly. A small study found that swelling markers were noticeably reduced in participants after just 3 days of regular celery consumption. This is not a slow-acting food. It works fast. Eat the whole stalk, including the leaves, which contain the highest concentration of active compounds. Do not just juice it. The fiber in the whole stalk plays a role in slowing digestion and making the benefits last longer throughout your day. Apricots might be the most underrated food on this entire list. Half a cup of dried apricots contains around 1,100 milligrams of potassium, making them one of the most concentrated sources available. They also contain beta-carotene and other antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in joint tissue, which directly addresses the stiffness and pain that often accompanies swelling. The combination of fluid regulation and inflammation reduction makes apricots uniquely effective. A clinical observation found that older adults who consumed apricots regularly experienced a visible reduction in water retention and swelling within just 1 week. The key to getting the most from dried apricots is preparation. Soak them overnight in clean water before eating them the next morning. This process softens the fruit, releases the potassium more readily, and makes the nutrients significantly easier for your digestive system to absorb. Your gut's efficiency decreases with age, and soaking dried fruits is one of the simplest ways to compensate for that. The 8th potassium food is pistachios, and they work in a way that is genuinely fascinating. 1 cup of pistachios contains over 1,000 milligrams of potassium. But the reason they are especially useful for swelling is that they act as a natural diuretic. They encourage your kidneys to filter out excess sodium and fluid more efficiently. As excess sodium leaves your body, the fluid that was being held in your tissues follows it out. The swelling decreases. The heaviness in your legs lifts. Pistachios also contain compounds that support circulation and reduce arterial stiffness, which is a significant contributor to poor blood flow in the legs of older adults. Reduced arterial stiffness means blood reaches the feet and lower legs more effectively, which prevents the stagnation that leads to fluid accumulation. Always choose unsalted pistachios. A small handful each day is enough. Adding sodium to your body defeats the entire purpose of eating a natural diuretic food. Before moving forward, it is important to understand exactly why swelling happens so persistently after 60. It is not random. When potassium in your body drops too low, sodium takes over. Sodium holds water. Every gram of excess sodium in your body holds onto a significant amount of fluid in your tissues. This retained fluid increases pressure in your blood vessels, puts strain on your kidneys, and makes the small blood vessels in your legs and ankles leak fluid into the surrounding tissue. The result is that characteristic puffiness, heaviness, and ache that makes walking and standing uncomfortable. This is also why swelling is not just a comfort problem. It is a diri darling, dolly knowing, down dolly knee, dolly neen sewing dolly. It is a warning. It tells you that your cardiovascular system, your kidneys, and your circulation are under real stress. Persistent swelling that does not respond to rest and elevation is your body asking for help in the only language it has. The good news is that food, specific, targeted food, can answer that call more effectively and more safely than almost anything else. Now, the second half of this conversation is about something different, but equally important. After the age of 60, your body's collagen production drops to approximately 25% of what it was when you were young. That means you are operating with about 1/4 of the structural protein that your body was designed to have. Your joints feel it. Your tendons feel it. Your skin shows it. Your legs feel it most of all because they carry your full body weight through every movement you make. Collagen is not just one thing. There are multiple types, and each one does a different job. Type 1, collagen supports skin and bone. Type 2 supports cartilage. Type 3 supports blood vessels and organs. After 60, you are losing all of them simultaneously. The foods you are about to learn about provide the building blocks your body needs to start producing collagen again, as well as direct sources of collagen that your body can use almost immediately. Egg yolks are the first collagen rebuilding food, and they are powerful. Egg yolks are rich in two specific amino acids, glycine and proline, which are the primary building blocks your body uses to assemble collagen chains. Without adequate glycine and proline, your body simply cannot produce the collagen it needs, regardless of what else you eat. Egg yolks also contain vitamin D, which plays a supporting role in joint health and muscle strength. Studies on older adults who consumed eggs regularly showed measurable increases in collagen markers in their blood, along with reduced joint stiffness and improved flexibility. Soft-boiled eggs preserve the nutrients in the yolk better than hard-boiled or fried eggs. Eating them alongside a food rich in vitamin C, like papaya, bell pepper, or citrus, dramatically improves the collagen-building process because vitamin C is required for the enzyme that assembles those amino acids into actual collagen fibers. Papaya is the 10th food, and it earns its place on this list through a unique mechanism. Papaya contains an enzyme called papain that specifically improves your body's ability to break down and absorb protein. For older adults, digestive efficiency is often significantly reduced, which means that even when you eat the right proteins, your body is not extracting the amino acids it needs. Papain addresses this directly by helping your gut process protein more completely. Beyond enzyme activity, papaya is one of the richest sources of vitamin C available. Since vitamin C is essential to the actual construction of collagen fibers at the cellular level, eating papaya alongside protein-rich foods creates a powerful synergy. Research showed that older adults who ate papaya regularly experienced improvements in skin collagen density and reduction in leg discomfort associated with poor circulation. Eat it raw, ideally on an empty stomach in the morning, to get the full enzyme benefit before other foods interfere with digestion. Chicken skin is something most people have been told to remove and discard. That advice for people over 60 is actually counterproductive. Chicken skin is one of the most accessible sources of type 1 collagen available in an ordinary diet. Type 1 collagen is the most abundant type in the human body, and it is the primary type found in skin, tendons, and bone. When you eat it, your digestive system breaks it into peptides that your body uses to support and rebuild its own collagen structures. A study looking at the effects of dietary collagen from poultry sources in older adults found improvements in both balance and joint stability, along with reductions in tissue swelling around the knees and ankles. Baking or roasting chicken with the skin on preserves the collagen content far better than frying, which damages the protein structure with excessive heat. This is an easy, inexpensive way to add direct collagen to your diet without any special preparation or expense. Sardines are one of the most complete collagen foods you can eat, and they are often overlooked. When you eat a whole sardine, including the soft, edible bones, you are consuming collagen from the skin, the connective tissue, and the bone itself. Marine collagen, which comes from fish, is absorbed by the human body more efficiently than collagen from land animals. The smaller molecular size of marine collagen peptides allows them to enter the bloodstream more quickly. Sardines also provide omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation in joint tissue and support the health of blood vessel walls. Better blood vessel integrity means less fluid leaking into surrounding tissue, which directly reduces swelling. Studies showed that regular sardine consumption improved circulation markers and reduced swelling in older adults within weeks. Choose sardines packed in olive oil and eat them whole with the bones whenever possible to get the full collagen benefit. Bone marrow is an extraordinary food that most modern diets have completely abandoned, and that abandonment has come at a real cost. Bone marrow is rich in collagen, hyaluronic acid, and a range of growth factors that support the health of joints, cartilage, and connective tissue. Hyaluronic acid, in particular, is critical for joint lubrication. It is literally the substance that allows your joints to glide smoothly without grinding and friction. When people lose joint lubrication, every movement becomes an effort. Stairs become painful. Getting up from a chair becomes a project. Bone marrow provides the raw materials your body needs to restore that lubrication naturally. Research demonstrated that older adults who consumed bone marrow regularly experienced both reduced joint swelling and meaningful improvements in flexibility and range of motion. Roasting marrow bones and eating the marrow directly is the most effective method. Alternatively, adding marrow bones to a long, slow broth achieves similar results. Gelatin is a form of collagen that has already been partially broken down, which makes it exceptionally easy for your body to absorb and use. Unlike whole collagen sources that require significant digestive work, gelatin is available to your system almost immediately. It supports not just joint health, but also the health of your gut lining, which in turn improves how efficiently you absorb all the other nutrients you consume. A healthier gut means better collagen absorption from everything else you eat. Studies on older adults using unflavored gelatin showed improvements in mobility, muscle tone, and joint comfort over a period of several weeks. Gelatin also supports skin elasticity, which improves alongside joint and leg health when collagen production rebounds. Use plain, unflavored gelatin powder, not the sweetened dessert versions. You can add it to warm broth, stir it into soups, or mix it into other foods without affecting the taste significantly. Liver is one of the most nutritionally concentrated foods on the planet, and its effect on collagen production is remarkable. Liver contains copper, zinc, vitamin A, and B vitamins in concentrations that are almost impossible to match with any other single food. Each of these nutrients plays a specific role in the biological process of collagen synthesis. Copper, for example, is required for the cross-linking of collagen fibers, the step that gives collagen its structural strength. A study measuring collagen-related blood markers in older adults who added liver to their diet found increases of up to 143% in collagen synthesis indicators. That number is extraordinary. The reason is that liver does not just provide one nutrient that supports collagen. It provides almost all of them simultaneously. Small weekly portions are enough. You do not need to eat large amounts. 2 to 3 small servings per week provide everything your collagen production system needs to function at a level it has not operated at in years. The final food on this entire list is the most powerful collagen source available from any ordinary food, and it is bone broth. Properly made bone broth, cooked low and slow for 18 to 24 hours, contains collagen types 1, 2, and 3 simultaneously. It contains gelatin, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin, glucosamine, and a full spectrum of minerals, including calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. No supplement product comes close to replicating this combination in a bioavailable form. The slow cooking process extracts these compounds from deep inside the bones and cartilage, breaking them into small enough molecules that your body absorbs them with almost no digestive effort. Research following older adults who consumed bone broth regularly showed significant improvements in joint mobility, reductions in chronic joint pain, and decreases in leg swelling. Participants reported being able to walk longer, stand more comfortably, and move with less stiffness. The results were not subtle. The key is the cooking time. A broth cooked for only 1 or 2 hours is nutritionally very different from one cooked for a full 18 to 24 hours. Give it the time it needs, and it will give your body what it has been missing. Everything you have heard today points to the same conclusion. The swelling in your legs, the stiffness in your joints, the weakness that makes simple movements harder than they should be. These are not permanent. They are not inevitable. They are responses to specific deficiencies that specific foods can address directly. Your body is not broken. It is asking for what it needs, and now you know exactly what that is. Potassium-rich foods restore the fluid balance that reduces swelling and heaviness. Collagen-rich and collagen-supporting foods restore the structural foundation that makes your joints flexible, your legs strong, and your circulation effective. These two categories of food work together, supporting each other, building a foundation of genuine physical resilience that no supplement program can match. You do not need to overhaul everything at once. Start with 1 or 2 foods from each list. Add them consistently. Give your body several weeks to respond, because real biological change takes time. But it does happen. Thousands of people over 60 have discovered that the heaviness in their legs and the ache in their joints is not something they have to accept. It is something they can actually change. The tools are sitting in grocery stores and markets right now, waiting for you to use them. So here is a question worth thinking about. Of everything you learned today, which one food are you most excited to try first? Drop your answer in the comments below. Your experience matters, and your choice might inspire someone else who is dealing with the exact same thing you are. Share this with someone you care about who struggles with swelling or stiff joints, because this information belongs with the people who need it most.